Our people have given effect to the clarion call that has resonated across generations. That the people shall govern. Our people have as the leaders of political parties, as all those who occupied or occupy positions of responsibility in society, we have heard the voices of our people, and we must respect their choices and their wishes. Over the past 30 years, we have strived together to build a country which everyone, black and white, man and woman, young and old, can call home. This election has reaffirmed building a South Africa for all remains the defining mission of our nation. Over the course of the election campaign, parties and candidates have at times differed, and quite often forcefully. They have expressed a wide variety of views that are often at odds with each other. This is a welcome and necessary feature of a robust democracy such as ours. Yet throughout the election campaign, parties and candidates have held fast to the fundamental principles of our Constitution and our democracy. Parties and candidates have affirmed the right of voters to participate in an election that is free and fair and peaceful. And now we are all called upon to recognize that the results of the election in the end reflect the will of the people. What this election has made plain is that the people of South Africa expect their leaders to work together to meet their needs. They expect the parties for which they have voted to find common ground, to overcome their differences, to act and work together for the good of everyone. I want to repeat, to find common ground, and underline that, to overcome their differences, to act and work together for the good of everyone. That is what the people of South Africa have said. Now, our people expect all parties to work together within the framework of our Constitution and address whatever challenges we encounter peacefully and in accordance with the prescripts of our Constitution and the rule of law. That is what is required of us. And of course, we will always have different views. We will always have problems that we will raise. What our people expect is to work together to find each part of this election with a mandate based on the commitments they each made to the electorate. However, all the parties share an overarching mandate to work in partnership with each other and with society more broadly to build a country that is inclusive, united, and prosperous. As we take our seats in Parliament, in the National Assembly and Parliament, and in the provincial legislatures, let's appreciate that the seats that we occupy do not belong to us. They belong to the people of South Africa. as we represent them. Whatever authority, whatever power we are entrusted with must be exercised to advance the interests of the people of South Africa. As the 2024 election reaches its conclusion, and as you mop up everything that has to do with your work, Chairperson, we want to thank the staff and leadership of the Independent Electoral Commission who have worked tirelessly to ensure the success of these elections, often under very trying and difficult conditions. We applaud you and we thank you, and let's give all the members of the Commission and the staff a round of applause and thank them. We are truly grateful to you. As I watched you do your work, I just kept on imagining, how do you do it when you have so many people all at one go in 3 days, all thronging to the centers that you have appointed or decided should be voting stations, and do it as well as you did. We thank you for that. Thank you very much. We must pay tribute to the men and women of the South African Police Service and the South African National Defence Force, General Masemula, General Mapanya. We want to thank you for ensuring peace and stability during voting. And we must also thank the Home Affairs staff and officials who ensured that as many voters as possible had their identity documents on election day. Thank you very much to you as well. I'd also like to extend our national gratitude to the independent candidates and leaders and members of various political parties that participated in the elections. I wish to thank all the local and international observer teams who gave their time and effort to ensure a free and fair election. I had occasion to thank the former president of Kenya, just to thank him for being here, President Kenyatta, as well as to thank President Jonathan of Nigeria, who were leading various teams on behalf of our continent, the AU, as well as on behalf of IEC. But I also do want to thank the journalists, all of you with your cameras here, the researchers, camera people, producers, analysts, and other members of the media who played such an essential role in ensuring that the people of South Africa were well informed as they went to vote. Thank you very much for being present and giving us the news continuously. Above all, I'd like to thank the most important people, the people of South Africa, for once again giving life and meaning to the values and principles of our constitutional democracy. And you are the most important people who have demonstrated that, yes, we can have a democracy, and you have given further life to the democracy that we now have over a 30-year period. This is the time for all of us to put South Africa first. The people of this country expect and deserve no less. And it is a time when we pray that God should bless South Africa and protect her people. Inkosi maisigelele I Afrika, morena abuluke, Sichaba sa hesu, ilaba hosi, akatekisa, Afrika Zonga, that hot mot South Africa sien. Modzimu apatucheze Africa chipembe. I thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. President. You may be seated. At this point in time, I'd like to invite you to watch a clip that has been prepared by the team of patients in the Electoral Commission. They have a little offering for you. If they can please play it, thank you.
From the blue of our heavens, from the depths of our sea, over our eternal mountain ranges, and through our far deserted plains, the voice of our beloved South Africa rises. Look upon our presence etched across our lands in cues stretching through streets as if stretching through space and time. From 1994 to today, this is 30 years of democracy in action.
As one, as many, this is us, came together to make our mark, not merely as symbols of participation, but as a united chorus of action, as a promise to ourselves and our nation, a testament to our right and our duty to choose.
From the bustling streets of Joburg to the valleys of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, the Eastern Cape, Northwest and Free State, our votes are our voices, cast together as notes in our anthem, a testament to our hopes and dreams as a nation. Each ballot marked is a bridge from the past to the future, not just an act, but the heartbeat of democracy, a celebration of our voice and vision for tomorrow.
And for this, we give to you, the people, and to the members of the IEC, and to all state apparatus, to those who counted deep into the night, ensuring the 30 years this system has thrived, upheld by dedicated hands and unwavering commitment. Now, let us hear from the stewards of our past, those who carried the torch of democracy and paved the way for our journey today.
From the people will also know that the people of this country are going to own that democracy and are going to be watching in a way that I think this election has inspired them to do, particularly young people. And so I start by saying thank you to all of those who turned up, who voted, who made your voices heard, and who showed your participation as a testament to the spirit of this nation. You were determined. You stood there in queues, you faced various difficult conditions, but you stood the course. And as has been said, participating in this process can be brutal. And so everybody who did so really deserves a huge hand of applause. To talk about the employees of the Commission is to know that they go through tough times. I'm not talking about the things that people are going to, experts and maybe not so many experts, are going to really help us to work through as we assess what it is that we need to really look towards as we go forward. But I'm talking about those people who have spent sleepless nights to make this country able to face a transition in the most peaceful way possible, who've enabled this country to really take hold of this democracy and own it in the face of the most incredible things. One of the people who's part of the management team of the Electoral Commission is somebody those of us who are in the commission will know who I'm talking about when I tell you how there are very few meetings where her stories don't bring us to a point of utter laughter as well as admiration, whether it's bees, whether it's having difficulty to get the keys of a voting station for reasons that none of us could have predicted. But all she is talking about is the fact that every one of her colleagues stays the course. And it's because they too not only are led by a team of the most remarkable people, but also they are inspired by the dedication of their own staff in the provinces and in the regions. And I do want to pay a special word of tribute to those 200,000 members of staff who occupy positions at our voting stations. I know many of you think of these people as people who somehow are employed. It's partly people who get a level of compensation for taking on a huge responsibility to this nation. And they do it with the passion and with everything that they have. And I think we should give them a round of applause. To our domestic and our international observers, at every stage, you have been critical. You come from all walks of life. You have helped us to have extra eyes. You have helped us to think not only of where we've come from, but where we need to go. And you've helped us to benchmark against the best in the world, and we are so much a part of that. We thank you for your dedication, and we thank you for bringing all those voices to the table. The voices of the Chapter 9 institutions who came with their teams. The voices of the faith-based organizations who came in their hundreds to help us, to enable us to really work together with this nation to take hold of this democracy. To civil society of every kind of stripe, to business,
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, compatriot. Good evening, South Africans. Good evening, peace-loving people. Thank you, dear Cynthia Maropi, for joining us. Fana Mlauli, LL Entertainment. Thank you for joining us. Cynthia Maropi. Sbuyile Grace. Thank you for joining us there. I haven't read the comments. I'm just going through. Christopher Tembe, thank you for joining us there. Compatriot, South Africans, kings and queens of the land, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news, President Zuma locked out of the Rock Result Operating Center there, not allowed to come in. IEC goes ahead to announce the election irrespective of the objection without mentioning the objections of 576 objections. Without mentioning those objections, IEC goes ahead to declare the election. Ramaphosa very excited. Mission achieved. Mission achieved. Let me read your comments. This man Ramaphosa is not taking us serious. Cynthia Malupe saying Ramaphosa is not taking us serious. That is very true. Ramaphosa does not take Black people serious. Now the white government has imposed themselves into Black people, just like they did in the when Jan van Riebeeck arrived in 1652, using the same style but refined tactics now to impose themselves on us, raping the nation, putting themselves on top of the will of the people, announcing wrong results that are objected by the political parties. The Ramaphosa and his white people taking the country by force without really consideration of the other people. President Zuma has previously said in South Africa there's a tendency of ignoring others, ignoring things and ignoring others. Others commit serious crimes, their crimes are ignored. Others, without committing any crimes, they are taken to prison. The law is not blind. Let me read your comments there. Fana Mlauli. Mfana Mlauli says, this is treason. I agree. And then LL Entertainment says, what are you guys about? Why are you so angry? And then LL Entertainment, they are open. I see my president, meaning Ramaphosa there. You can see him. Bye-bye, angry people. I hope you find happiness in this life. Danko. LL, no, don't go, man. Don't go. Come back. Please don't go. We want you here. Give us life there. This South Africa is a movie through. It's a Sibuyilega Grace. LL Entertainment was lost. Cynthia Malope saying that. And then LL Entertainment says Viva ANC. Why do you say Viva ANC? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Don't you know anything about the ANC? Don't you know anything about the corruption of the ANC? Don't you know that the ANC has been bought by white people? It does not represent black people anymore. Are you a white person who is represented by the ANC? Or what is happening there, LL? We're talking about the election results. IEC going ahead to declare the results as credible, fair, while there's a lot of objection on the results, lots of objection. 26 organizations that have contested the elections are objecting. They are saying there has been, President Zuma mentioned that there has been people found driving trucks who were not supposed to be driving. And Kosa says, Viva ANC, Viva. Why are you guys saying Viva ANC, Viva? Why do you say that? Guys, why do you say that? Tell me. LL Entertainment say, I subscribe, don't worry. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Please catch me every time and support this channel. LL there. Thank you very much. And don't go anywhere. Let's talk. We need people like you who seem to understand other things that we don't understand. We want you to help us to understand the things that you understand. And we will also try and help you to understand the things that we understand, the way that we understand. Thank you very much there for subscribing. Let's go and click the like button and subscribe, all of us. My name is Mngoni Mkhonto. This is the Royal Opinion. Anyone who haven't subscribed or click the like button, let's go there and click the like button and subscribe. Election results having been declared, as they are shown here in your screen. The ANC with 40.19%. Very excited, Butili. Then Butili says, Viva ANV. Viva. What is ANV? Sorry. They are no longer in charge of this country. I wanted to say ANC. The Butili is there. They are no longer in charge. They are no longer in charge. Dialogue is healthy, my brother. Yes, dialogue is very healthy. Talking is actually the best thing that we can do among people. Fighting is not necessary. We need to talk to each other. People fight only because we fail to listen when others are talking. That's what we're talking about when we say these elections are not fair. You see, they continue to declare them while others are talking, failing to listen to those who are complaining about the credibility of the elections. That is when dialogue is not happening. That is when force is used to rule people. This is force. They are not supposed to, they were actually not supposed to continue to declare the election when the people who voted or the political parties who contested the voting says no. It should not happen. So it shows that the political parties who are contesting the parties are not the one who are responsible or who are the stakeholders, who are the main stakeholders of the IEC. The main stakeholder of the IEC is business, is white people, is the Stellenbosch mafia. The Stellenbosch mafia is the main stakeholder of the election. This election have been, this result have been planned. They have been programming people that these results will come out like this. Since 3 years ago, they have been programming people that result will come out like this, even before the formation of MK party. What they did now, they just agreed that they want to allocate KZN to President Jacob Zuma. So the people of KwaZulu-Natal will treat President Jacob Zuma like a king then, and President Zuma will not complain about anything. He will just take KwaZulu-Natal and rule there because all he needs is power. Forgetting that President Zuma does not want power. He wants the freedom of the black slave. He wants the freedom of the black people. President Zuma wants to free the black slaves from the colonial master, from the slave master. Thank you, Limakatso, for joining us there again. All elected are duty bound to fulfill commitments. The hard work starts this very second. Limakatso, this is not the end. Don't think Ramaphosa is going to govern. This is the start of the havoc, of the chaos that will unfold in South Africa. If white soldiers are not going to protect or if the South African army is not going to protect Ramaphosa, the American army will be here to protect Ramaphosa. This is a war, so don't take it simple. When President Zuma said the election should not be declared, and they go ahead and declare the election to undermine the will of the people, just like that. Gwen Gwede Mantashe is fighting Ramaphosa for the coalition. ANC is divided already. Mdini Buthelezi there. Gwede and Ramaphosa reportedly fighting for the coalitions. But what I want to say is, if the MK party goes to the parliament with the numbers that we are having at the moment, without fighting for the IEC, because there has been a lot of irregularities in this voting. Without considering the objections, the IEC continue to impose a government onto the South Africans. IEC continues to impose a government in the life of South Africans. That will not go down well, Limakatso. Don't take it lying. It's going to be a tough. This is the start of a very difficult time ahead. Courts will be used to clamp down on people. Police force will be used to fight this is the situation which white people wanted, where the DA and the ANC is in alliance to form the two-third majority for the white people. I missed most of the parts, but I am sure the nation has welcomed the result with peace as the rain drizzles us. The rightful leaders will eventually come and lead with wisdom. There, I agree, the rightful leaders will come and lead with wisdom. I agree, rightful leaders will eventually come and lead with wisdom. If black people allow this to happen, then we should forget about freedom. We should forget about the future of black children. Forget about it. South Africa is sold to the white people. The new colonial system will be implemented on black people. What's going to happen immediately when this white man becomes the deputy president? The white people will start to open, to invest their money in South Africa. They will open factories because they have black slaves will be working on those factories, knowing that the black people will only remain slaves of the white people. The black people will be more black people will be employed in factories in order to cement the leadership of the country by white people. Forget about the freedom of the black people. White people can arrest you at any time and put you in jail. Danko, Sister Makazo, LL Entertainment says, a royal opinion when you are like chaos. You like chaos. No, I don't like chaos, but I can see when chaos is happening. I don't like chaos, but when chaos is happening, I have eyes to see. Uh, so chaos is actually happening in South Africa. Lord of the Fuego, Lord of the Fuego. Tell me if I'm pronouncing you right there. Thank you for joining us. How how do you feel about the coalitions? Yes, the coalitions. You know what happened now? What happened? What will happen now? The coalitions will happen because this has been the plan that South Africa should be put in coalitions so that the black majority will not be able to take their land. White people should always be there to make sure that their majority, they impose majority, themselves as majority in South Africa. Now, the coalition of the DA and the ANC is the imposition of white people as the imposition of white people as majority in South Africa, a fake majority in South Africa, because white people are not in majority in South Africa, but because they have bought the ANC, now they will be in partnership with the ANC it will be a two-third majority for white people in parliament. And MK party, what they did on these elections, any black organization which they see it was aligned or it was in talk with the MK party, they made sure they stole their votes to give to those parties which are aligned to DA, which are DA friendly, so that the DA can be able to govern everywhere in South Africa. So they want to promote a fake majority of DA to save white people. The reason they want to save white people, or they want white people to hold on to the economy of South Africa, is because white people have fear to be equal to black people in economical terms. Because when black people and white people are equal in economical terms, white children will start to sleep with black children. And when that happens, the white man will go distinction in South Africa. So this is to protect the white skin. There are no permanent enemies in politics. ANC might form a coalition with MK. You never know. ANC will not form a coalition with MK. MK will be isolated. Those members of parliament, MK will be isolated. The members of the MK will be approached by business. They will be given shares if they are not sure of what they are fighting for. Most of them will start to change their languages when they are in parliament, because in any way 39 people or 35 people, they will not make any difference, because already the white people have the two-third majority in the ANC and the DA. So whatever the MK party will bring there, it will not be taken serious by the alliance of the DA. And that is why Ramaphosa is so excited that he's going to lead the Democratic Alliance now together with the ANC in parliament. That is the alliance which is going to happen. The EFF will not be allowed as well to go in coalition with MK. Their funders will not allow them to do that. Their funders did not allow them to object to the election, even though they said they were robbed. Electoral opinion, yes, you are the most negative person I have ever seen. Okay. I don't know why you say that. You can tell me there why you are saying that LL entertainment there. Tell me why you say I am the most negative person you have ever seen. I don't understand why you say that. Because here I'm talking facts about what is happening in the country. And this is what is going to happen. You will see it happening as the time goes on. If black people want to be free, they will not be free from these elections. I have said it many times that black people will not be freed by voting, they will be freed by fighting. If they want to be freed, black people will not be freed by voting, they will be freed by fighting. Now it takes black people to fight for their rights. These people have kidnapped President Zuma and took him to prison. They can now kidnap anybody. They can kidnap you, they can kidnap me and take me to prison. for whatever reason they feel they want to do that. Which one is not a fact? What is it exactly that you are referring to, which is not a fact? Watch the space, you will see the DA will be aligned with the ANC. It will happen. It's what is going to happen. It's not a story. It's what is going to happen. The DA and the ANC of Ramaphosa are going to be in alliance to form the national government, and they will also form the municipal councils. That's what they are going to do. You are playing dull politics, fear mongering, and racial politics. Which one is dull politics and which one is fear mongering? Like, I don't understand. You need to be like specific. You need to be specific to what you are referring to, because I don't understand it. That is LL Entertainment there saying I'm playing. DA will kick him out via Pala Pala scandal. Before the end of the year, we will have a white president. Exactly. Exactly. That is the purpose. The purpose, Ramaphosa went there to install the white government. We will end up with a white president in South Africa. We will end up with a white president in South Africa. That is the purpose. So if South Africans are going to give just like that their country back to white people, just like that, because the white people are imposing themselves on us, just like that, and we keep quiet, then it's over. We don't have future. Our children don't have future. Our children are going to be the slaves of these people. Coalitions are a difficult conclusion. I predict lots of stop and goes, mirrored with no service delivery. I wonder if people have enough resilience to swallow forced leadership. I wonder if people will be able to resist this. If people don't resist this, then it's over with the freedom of the black man. It's over. We just have to admit that it's over. If nobody resists this, then it's over. You don't have the right to dictate what ANC does. You and MK choose to weaken the ANC, and now you are complaining. We don't have a right. We don't have a right to choose what the ANC does. The ANC will go in alliance with the DA. That's what it's going to do. It's not what we want. We wanted the ANC to go in alliance with MK to expropriate land without compensation, to change the constitution to be in favor of the black man, to allow black people to start banks, to allow black people to start security companies, to allow black people to continue to own big construction companies, which is not allowed in this white system. It's not allowed. The black woman is not allowed to be in business. Only slave queens, those who sleep, those who want to degrade themselves to sleep with the politicians, those are the ones who get business in the government in the corrupt government of the white people and the ANC. That is what is happening, and that is what will continue to happen. Africa in the basket says, Dims, I agree with you, my sis. And then LL Entertainment says, you don't have the right. Oh, no, I actually read that one. Yes, I have read all the messages. Tell us, what do you think, guys? Guys, tell us what you think about. Tell us what you think about what have happened tonight when the IEC goes ahead to declare the elections, while people have objected to say the IEC have robbed the elections in a massive way, massive irregularities into the elections. But the IEC continues to declare the results just like that. What do you think about that? What do you think? Tell us what you think about it. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, talk to us about what you think about this thing. We are not complaining, we are worried for the next generation. If we fail to fight the white people now, we will not be able to fight them in the future. I agree, the Africa in the basket. This is not a complaint, actually. It's not a complaint. It's exactly what you are saying. The future of the black people, the future of black children, it's what we are worried about. At the moment, the future is not looking good. Nyaupes in the streets are growing in number. Black children are increasing in prisons. Black boys are murdered in the drinking areas. Black people in this country not in good condition there. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. I will end this live stream to check for more news, and then we'll come back at a later stage. Thank you very much. I thank everybody for joining our live stream. I hope I actually read everybody's message there, shocking what the IEC have done. We will see what will be the reaction of the MK party tomorrow, or what is the reaction of President Zuma tomorrow after the IEC has went ahead to announce the election. We will see what is the next move. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining our live stream.